Yeah, no, it is.
Okay, so welcome to our second kickoff meeting. So before we moved on, in case somebody came from the org fair and they had never done adaptive fitness before, we wanted to go over that a little bit. But before I do, can somebody raise their hand and in like one sentence explain what adaptive fitness is?
Working out, weight training, basically fitness for people of all abilities.
Pretty darn good. That's basically what it is. So training for community members with diverse abilities, inclusive fitness plans, promoting healthy living for everyone. Everyone that is in adaptive fitness right now, raise your hand. Cool. So we all have a good idea of what it is. But that being said, we wanted to show a video that was made last year, I want to say, or 2 years ago, about the kids program, because some people might not know about that yet, but that happens in the summer. See if it works.
This is Braden's summer vacation.
Maybe we won't, because we didn't hook that up.
I don't know, it should be. Do you have to connect this?
For those of you who don't know, the kids program only happens in the summer.
Is that right?
Participated in the kids program before? Raise your hand.
Wait, I think we have to connect this though.
Cool. Just a second.
Okay, we'll show it after.
Oh, wait.
Or Sam's
Try
to
it,
ask
try
you.
He did something.
Is this what we needed to do?
Yeah.
Let me check something. 1 second. 1 second.
I think now that we put this in, yeah, that should be good now. The
Okay, let's try it.
Okay.
Wait, go
One
back
second.
side.
There we go.
Is it working?
Yep.
Thank you, Sam.
He loves it here.
Like many kids, Brayden loves summer camp. But this isn't just any camp.
There isn't much out there for kids with physical disabilities. And they're just as excited about activities as anybody else. So we want to fill that void. Hey, will you hit again for us? He needs to use one hand to hold himself up in his wheelchair. Okay. Biggest thing that I want to change is the perception that kids with disabilities can't do the things that other kids are doing. You going to shoot the laser rifle outside today?
It's easy to see why the camp is called No Limits.
I want to help them push their limits and break through.
1, 2, 3.
They're more excited about physical activity than I ever have been in my life.
I'm interested in doing what's not being done.
Like playing hockey, roller skiing, and cycling.
They're excited to see all the different equipment we have for them.
The kids get a chance to learn about it, to try it. They get to choose. They get to pick. And a lot of them are getting to do things that they might have never known that they love.
When he came here, he was a very shy, quiet, introverted person. He is not that way anymore. He realized that he could do something.
It's really kind of been an eye-opener for me that these kids, they just want to be kids the same way I was a kid and just go out and play.
Nailed it.
UW-Madison students help out in the camp as part of the kinesiology class.
This is, a really unique opportunity, not for only the kids, but for us.
Most of the students here are going to go into either a medical or a therapy type of field.
We train new professionals who are going to be new physical education teachers, new doctors, new PTs, new OTs.
It was a little overwhelming because I haven't really dealt with people with different conditions.
This lab opportunity allows them that experience and that interaction.
That slight forward momentum helps balance you when you're making the transition.
If I'm going for physical therapy, I'm going to need to know how to tailor any kind of physical activity to anyone.
To be honest, I thought it was going to be a lot of me kind of facilitating, and that's not anything like what it's been. They come in, they're ready to go. If they have the right attitude, their disability isn't going to get in the way of any goals that we set.
Right about there.
But developing the right attitude can...
All right. So that gives you a little taste of the summer program if you guys have never heard of that. And that's the summer program with the kids. There's also an adult division.
Be the biggest hurdle.
All right.
Music is so lovely.
Okay, so before we talk about what's going on right now and how you guys can get involved, we wanted to explain how you can be an active member and what that means. So to get active membership, you get 12 points, and everything that we do, you'll see in the last slide, there's always going to be a final slide that says leadership opportunities, and there you'll find things that we've come up with for you to get those points, and things will be anything from 1 to 5 points. But then we also really encourage people to come up with something on their own. Like even already we have, like one of the things for you to do is to come up with an idea, and you'll get points for it. So they're awarded based on the level of involvement that it takes. And it'll always be in this format, the task, the points that are awarded for it, and then the coordinator's email that you're going to contact. So that person, you would contact them and say, hey, I'd love to do this. Can you explain a little bit more of what I have to do? And then once you complete it, you tell them. It might be something where you're with the coordinator, and so they know that you've completed it, but then they're going to get those points to Haley, who is the master points lady. And then, so to become an active member, all you have to do is get 12 points, and we think it will be rather easy. But the members at the end of the semester, the 3 highest, will get awarded a prize for a little bit of competition. And then the only other thing to be considered an active member is to pay your dues, and they're $10 per semester. So here are some examples of how you would get your points. So you could attend a social and get 2 points. You could plan a social and get 3. Could be more depending on how much you have to do to plan it. Attending these meetings is worth 1 point. And we encourage everyone to come to every meeting because that's the best way to stay on top of things and communicate with us and everybody else. If you're an adaptive fitness volunteer, which I think everybody in here was, you already get 2 points, a volunteer or client. And there's some more up there, so you can look at them later. If you have any questions about it, definitely let us know, but that's how it's going to work. Oh, okay. I'll explain the bottom two. So our big events are things like Berkey and the open house that we're going to have on April 21st. And then in the fall, we have Badgers Adapt, and there might be other things that come up throughout the years. And so if you attend that big event, like if you go and participate, if you walk around at Badgers Adapt, you would get 3 points. But then if you have a larger role, like if you're helping a client or you're a client that's going to the Berkey, you would get 5 points. So it's definitely based on level of involvement. Okay, and then the last thing I have for you guys is just starting to let you guys know and be aware of elections to be on the board for the next academic year. So everyone on the board, raise your hand if you're a senior. There's a lot of open spots. So the elections will be on March 29th. That's a little bit ways away, but it's not at the end of the semester because of the last point, the training point. We really want to mentor the new board members and make them feel comfortable with the position and hash out any confusion over how to do this easily and stuff like that. So to run, all you have to do is prepare a short speech, and you would give it at the meeting on March 29th. And then the way that we vote, everybody in the organization will vote, and it'll be an online survey that Haley sends out with the recap email. And then each person that ran will give a 1 to 2 paragraph explanation on that survey, so people can look at those when they're online and they don't have to remember what someone said during the meeting. And eligibility is you just have to be an active member the semester that you're applying, basically. And so if for some really strange reason you were what's it called? Elected, you won, and then you ended up not being an active member, we just feel like there's a disconnect there, and then you would no longer be able to serve in that position. And then the only other thing, anybody in the organization, clients and students, can run for any position, but to be president, you have to have been on the board in any position the year prior. So yeah, feel free to ask us any more questions. We'll keep reminding you, but just start thinking about that. Like, is this something that you're interested in? Do you like this organization? Do you love adaptive fitness? Do you want to have a bigger role? So.
All right. The only thing I have is tonight, if you have your dues, I'll collect them at the end. If not, try to get them to me before February 23rd. I see a lot of you guys outside of these meetings, like that would be fine. Or our third meeting works as well.
Shake him down.
Yeah. Okay, Jake.
Oh, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, buddy. No. So I had 2 exams today, and I have a half exam tomorrow, so my brain's everywhere. So I apologize if I say something weird. I don't even want to explain it. It's strange. Yeah, never mind. Boulder's adapted rock climbing went really well, so thank you if those of you in here volunteered. That was awesome. We ended up having close to 20 volunteers and 5 clients, 2 of which are in the room right now. So thank you very much. That went really smoothly. So upcoming speakers that we have, we're in the works to get the Junior Nationals national chairman, Greg Baumgarten. We're trying to get him for February 23rd so you can come hear about what is going on this summer. Junior Nationals is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, event in the nation for disabled athletes who eventually go on to the Paralympics. So this is a really awesome competition, and we're hoping to get him in here to speak to you guys to learn more about that, maybe ways you can get involved. Kathleen Hagel's coming from MSCR on March 8th. We're still confirming that later, so not much details on her yet. And then Kat Floyd, who is from Boulders, Adapted Rock Climbing, she will be coming in to speak sometime in April, hopefully. Able Outdoors, we are trying to get a person to write an article about the Berkey. So that is coming up. I've contacted her, and she will be emailing me back shortly. But that's just in the mix. That's something you can do as an outreach coordinator. Open house, I know we might mention that stuff later, so I won't go into too much detail, but I'm hoping to get UW Housing involved with food or space or money, so that's a big thing I've been working on. And then volunteers may be needed for advertisement in the dorms. If you are a freshman or sophomore, you're living in the dorms, that would be awesome to volunteer, so come talk to me if you would like to get involved that way. And then finally in the mix is pre-PT, pre-OT Kines Club collaborative event. I don't know what this will entail, possibly a social, a fundraiser, or kind of informative session to see how we can combine as clubs on campus. So does anyone have any thoughts on what we can do in the other clubs? Is anyone a part of the Kines Club, OT Club, PT? Yes, no? Raise your hand, please, so I can see. Okay. So you people, we need to talk about that kind of thing. All right. So either after the meeting or email me. I can put my email on a follow-up email, and then we can talk about ways that we can get the clubs involved together. So yeah, that's a lot, but that's all I got for now.
Yeah. All right, I've called Chipotle twice, but I'm still talking to them. I'm just going to go there after this meeting. We will, I promise, have a fundraiser at Chipotle. And we talked to, I don't know, maybe a couple of you know the Madison Capitals. It's a minor league hockey league in Madison. We've talked about doing a fundraiser, but I think we're going to leave that more open to next fall semester. So if you are one of those people that is interested in a board position, remember that what it entails is basically we would sell tickets for their games and then get some proceeds from those tickets.
And go all together.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's an adaptive hockey team, which is pretty cool.
Then, since we're kind of trying to be more community-based, I have a job opportunity. I work with a gentleman in the downtown area who has a high spinal cord injury, and if that interests any of you, please talk to me after this, and I can give you more information about that. It's, like I said, by the Capitol, so you won't have to go too far.
Is it a care provider?
Yeah, home health aide type of position, if any of you are interested in that. And then the agency that helps run that in the Madison area, I'm actually talking with them too, and I think there's a lot of people in the downtown area that would like more caretakers, and I think that those opportunities would really help all of you and also help the clients who need people to help them out.
Alrighty. I have basically the same slide as last time, but so ski races that we're currently working on. Winterfest is not a race, but it is an opportunity for everyone to get out and try out sit skis. They also have regular stand-up skiing. They have snowshoes. They have ice carving from what I've found. So if anyone wants to try their hand at ice carving, come out. But that's going to be this Saturday. That's when the adaptive events are. They'll be, I believe, noon to 1 and again at 2 to 3. Check out the website. It's really cool. There's nothing up there for adapted, but like I said, 12 to 1 and 2 to 3. I'm the person to contact if you are interested in going to that and getting involved with the group, because I'm hoping that we'll have some people who want to check out sit skis come up and get them skiing around the Capitol. And hopefully it's above 10 degrees, and then Betty will be there. If not, she's staying at home. But then, yeah, we are well underway for Berkey. Currently not taking any more volunteers, so Berkey is going to be an overnight trip for sit skiing. It's up in Hayward, Wisconsin. Huge race, really cool. But we currently have enough volunteers for the number of skiers we have. If we have more skiers and spots open up, everyone in LAF will be the first to know about it, so keep that in the back of your mind if you're interested in helping out with sit skiers. That's all I have for it.
I'll click the button.
I also have a pretty similar slide from last week, but the open house is Thursday, April 21st during the adapted fitness classes. This is a time when we can showcase what adapted fitness is to the community and other people on campus that might not know very much about adapted fitness. We're hoping to get a lot of students, different therapists, pretty much anyone that would have the slightest bit of interest to come to that. It's in collaboration with Disability Awareness Week, so like ADA, Best Buddies, and Badgers for Special Olympics and LAF all working together. So there's different events every night of the week. I'll keep you updated on what's happening when, because they're probably all things that you guys might be interested in. They're having a big speaker on Tuesday night. Different fun events all throughout the week to watch out for. On the day of the open house, we're going to need some tour guides to help facilitate the event, because we're trying to have tour guides this year to make it a little bit more organized, so people that come and see adapted fitness actually get around to all the clients and get a better idea of what all we have to offer to people. So it's a new thing we're doing this year. So like I said last meeting, if you have any suggestions on how that could work well, let me know, and we can work together to try to make it the best that it can be. But also keep that in the back of your mind. You're going to probably be the ones that I'm going to pester about being tour guides for the open house, since you guys are clearly very dedicated to adapted fitness. Also, for the open house, we're hoping to have a raffle again this year. So I have a huge list of businesses to contact to ask for donations, and forms and letters for you guys to bring and go and visit them and ask them if they can donate to help encourage people to come to our open house. So it's one of the leadership opportunities at the end, but hopefully you guys will be able to take some of your time to do that. It's a huge help if we can all take like 3 businesses and go ask them. So that's something that you can do to help already.
All right, so I don't really have too many updates except for, or if you guys were here last time, you saw in the bottom corner, like over here, we have a new logo. So that's going to be something you guys will start seeing everywhere. And Faces of Adapted Fitness, we're going to post the next client of the week tonight, so look out for that on the Facebook page. And also this semester, an opportunity for you guys is Tim wants apparel design for the Adapted Fitness program, Leadership in Adapted Fitness, and the Kids Summer program. So not one person has to do all of that, but there will be more information in the email, or you can talk to me after the meeting about if you're interested in coming up with a design, and I can give you all the materials you would need to do that. So yeah, and there's points. So, yeah. All right.
Okay, and then I don't really have much. I'm just emailing things, so I'm pretty sure most of you are on the email list so far. If you're not, you will be after tonight, because I'll be making sure that all of those names are on it. And if you're having any problems with that, just feel free to email me. And the email is right there.
Yeah, and if you ever have any questions about your like point status, like you just haven't kept track of how many you have, or you don't know if it was recorded.
Yeah, I'll have
talk to
like an
Haley.
Excel sheet, and I'll be keeping track of that. So yeah, if you have any questions, just email me.
Okay, so these are the leadership opportunities that we already have for you guys. But like I said, these are not by any means all that you can do. We really want, if you have an idea, definitely share it with any board member and we can make it happen. So the first one is Hannah with the t-shirt designs. For any one of those three, you could submit something for all three, or you could just do one. Whatever, if you're feeling very creative or if you have some really awesome idea for any of them, those will be worth 2 points. And then Hannah's email is there, so you just email her if you want to get involved in that way. Cody is looking for unique and thoughtful fundraising ideas. So one of the things, just to like give you an idea of kind of what we're looking for, we really hoped to have a wheelchair basketball tournament, and it didn't really work out because of like expense.
UW Whitewater had the wheelchairs and they were really expensive, and we learned getting them and having people use them would be more of an issue than we thought. And then we need rec sports for their basketball courts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's not to say that something like that is impossible. We just decided right now it's not something that would work for our club. So things like that, like just really cool ways to get people to want to come to a fundraiser, something more exciting than going to eat at some place. And then, as Rose mentioned, asking for donations for the open house. So basically what you would do is email her, say, I'd love to go.
I have forms tonight and the sign-up sheet, so you can talk to me after this meeting, too.
There you go. She could give you the forms. So you would just go to the business, give them the forms, explain what adapted fitness is, explain what the open house is. So maybe we should talk about that a little bit more tonight and like brainstorm.
Yeah, if you're interested in doing that, I have a letter that kind of goes through and explains. It says, who are we? What is adaptive fitness? Why is LAF important? And then why are we asking for your help? So that kind of explains things. But if you are interested, we can, in a little group, like brainstorm what you can say to make you feel more comfortable asking businesses. But there's a lot of information here too.
Yeah. So again, email Rose or talk to her after we're done with talking right now. And then Winterfest, Kaylin mentioned that. Just email her, say, hey, I want to go, I want to help. As I understand it, you don't really have to sign up. You would just show up and say, I'm here to help and try stuff. Yeah, so just go to the Capitol. Hopefully everyone knows where that is. And then you get a point for per hour that you're there. And because we really like encouraging things in the community beyond adaptive fitness and LAF, the Polar Plunge is happening this weekend. And if you are going, you'll get a point. So email Cody, and yes.
Does volunteering at the Polar Plunge count as participation?
Yeah. Half a point. Yeah. If you're not gutsy enough, it's not worth a point. Maybe we'll increase the pointage. And then Hannah has done a really awesome job with the headshots and the Faces of Adaptive Fitness so far. So does everyone know what Faces of Adaptive Fitness is and like what the idea behind it is? Yeah. No. Okay. So, Wood, do you want to explain it?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So, who knows like what Humans of New York is? Because that was sort of my like inspiration behind it. Okay, cool. So it's basically my idea was like that for adapted fitness. So we haven't really been working on it that much so far this semester, but last semester, if you guys were in the program, then at the end of the semester we were going around and asking to take an action shot of clients and asking clients to just sort of, I don't know, just ask them questions and sort of pull an anecdote from what they're saying that goes really well with the picture. And those are going to be posted weekly on the Facebook group all semester. And we're also going to use them at the open house.
Right.
As
so
like a explaining what we do.
Yeah, one of our big tasks this semester is going to be planning the open house. So after we're done talking about this, we have two things that we kind of wanted to get done this meeting. One is to make a thank you card, which we'll explain. And then the other is to just start really planning the open house because it's still very in its infancy form. And part of that is how are we going to incorporate these action shots and the Faces of Adaptive Fitness? Like, are we going to have them like really big all over the walls, or are there going to be like little booklets that you pass out to everyone when they come in? Is it going to be on media, like on the big TV screen? Just like stuff like that. We just have to start planning. So that being said, right now we're taking headshots, and Hannah has organized on a Google Doc the photos for the Faces of Adaptive Fitness, but she hasn't done it yet for the headshots. And so if anyone likes doing techie things, that would be a big help, right? That's kind of what you're looking
it's
for?
like technical, like organizing kind of things. If you're good at like Excel, I'm horrible at it, or like just anyone who has really good organizational skills when it comes to like computer stuff. Also, if anyone would like to get involved with taking pictures for Faces of Adaptive Fitness, you should email me or talk to me after this too, because yeah, we can work that out if you'd be interested in that. And there will be points offered for that as well.
Okay, so I think what we should start doing now is the thank you note. So
And eating pizza.
And eating more pizza if you want more pizza.
More we can pass pizza around.
Before we dive into anything else, does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns?
Yes.
Anything they want to say at all? Okay.
Does everything make sense?
In the absence of anyone else speaking up, I will idea something.
Okay.
So, most of you don't know this because I don't really talk about my work a lot in AF, but that's the acronym that I use is AF.
I do too.
But I'm wondering if some of the technical challenges organizing the old widows and the data stem from not really using the right tool to do so. And so I'd like to take a look at that. I obviously won't reorganize it yet without your permission, but I'd just like to look at it, what you're doing, and see if there is a more structured way of doing it that might work better.
No, that's very helpful. Yeah.
I can pull it up on my computer.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Cool. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Does anyone have like an idea that they've been thinking about for adaptive fitness or?
I can maybe share this. So I'm a part of a different club, and we're having a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, and we organized it through the surf. And I'm wondering if maybe we could have
one of the games be like, or like a section of it be like for adaptive fitness of some sort, because that's something that like this other club already like has planned, and like I feel like that'd be something that'd be like pretty easy to like put in there. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
piggyback onto it. Yeah.
And like we're not doing it so much as like a fundraiser, more of just as like an awareness event. So possibly like thinking it with that, I think that would be like very easy.
Yeah. What organization is it?
We're brand new. We're calling it Cardiac on Campus.
Okay.
Paired with the American Heart Association.
Okay. And so it's like awareness of doing active things,
Yeah,
like activity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we have like the 3-on-3 basketball type
Okay.
going. Just the only thing that I was like thinking of was like, I don't know how, like it's after surf, so I don't know like how. I mean, I'm sure it's like up to code and that type of thing.
When is it?
It's in April.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
and I can talk to
great.
the event girl about that, but I think that'd be a really cool thing to
That would,
like, add to it too. Like that add a lot to like the event in itself. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like including people
Yeah.
that have diverse
Yeah.
abilities. That's really cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
When you were talking about having something with multiple organizations,
Yes.
I'm also part of the Aspiring Nurses Association. I'm a nursing major, so is that another one that, because I know that there are people who would be interested there.
Yeah.
So,
And maybe for fundraising / social, you play like a movie that's like, there's like a lot of like movies and documentaries about like different abilities and all that. And
Yeah.
Generous donations for a point by us, you get some concessions, you know.
Did we have a movie?
Yeah, like through Adaptive Fitness.
I don't think so.
I
didn't do that.
Yeah, we watched a movie for Adaptive Fitness.
I don't know.
I don't
I
think it
didn't
was
go.
us who did that, yeah.
Yeah,
ADA did one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm getting my
Okay. It's like I didn't go.
We could do that for Adaptive Fitness.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a great idea.
That could be a fun social. Who doesn't like baking?
Baking?
We could invite like outside people to that too, I feel like, because I get invites for movies at the Marquee for a lot of different things from a lot of orgs.
Really?
Yep. Just as a warning.
On campus.
Food permit
You
on
can like
campus.
go stand by Potbelly
On
at
State
State
Street.
Street.
We did that last semester. It was fun.
I think we're gonna look into that, but when it's warmer.
It probably just suck for us.
The other kind of polar plunge, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Okay. I hope I remember all of those ideas, but I'll talk to you guys after we do this. Okay. Good. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna say goodbye to our friends at home.